Welcome back. Now that you've completed your vocabulary work, we are going to read the story Whistle for Willie. You need to have your anthology open to the story on page 226. Our essential question for this week is, what sounds can you hear? How are they made? Close your eyes for a minute and just listen. What do you hear? I am in my basement. I hear my boiler because Ryan just took a shower. I can hear Denali. He's sniffing under the door upstairs because he wants to come join me. Other than that, my house is really quiet right now. What do you hear at your house? Okay, let's look at page 226. At the top of the page, it says genre. We've talked about all the genres by now. This is realistic fiction. And if you remember, realistic fiction is a made-up story with events that could happen in real life. So this story, Whistle for Willie, it didn't really happen. But everything in this story could happen in real life. And that's why we call it an example of realistic fiction. Okay? So, Whistle for Willie by Ezra Jack Keats. Follow along in your book. This little boy looks sad. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. Can you whistle? You heard me whistling the other day if you stayed on that math one that I forgot to shut off. He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around. Around and around he whirled, faster and faster. Turn the page. When he stopped, everything turned down and up and up and down and around and around. What happened? He got dizzy. He was dizzy from turning around. That ever happened to you? Peter saw his dog, Willie, coming. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled? Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line right up to his door. See the line? He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired. But nothing happened. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still, no whistle. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willie." So his mom's playing along. "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willie? So his dog was still out and about without him. Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. "It's me!" Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling. So did Willie. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. Pretty exciting. Can you think of something that you really want to know how to do? So I'm thinking when I was about your age, we were driving to Florida one year and my older brother and sister could roll their tongue and I couldn't do it. So I tried and I tried and I tried. It took me all the way to Florida to learn how to do it. Do you know what rolling your tongue is? When you suck in the middle so that your tongue rolls up on the sides. But just like Peter in the story, I had to try and try and try. It didn't just happen. So when you look at today's lesson plan for writing, it says in your journal, write about something that you wish you could do. Would you like to learn how to whistle? Would you like to learn how to ride your bike? Actually, you can't do whistling because that was Peter's in the story. It could be anything else other than whistling. Would you like to ride a two-wheel bike? Would you like to do a back handspring? Is there something in karate that you'd like to know how to do? Would you like to know how to play the piano or play the drums or dive off the diving board? What is something that you wish you could do right now? Not something that you can do, something you wish you could do. Tell me what you wish you could do. Tell me why you wish you could do that. And then tell me what you could do to learn that. What do you have to do? Think about Peter. What did he have to do? right? There are certain actions that he had to do to figure it out. And he also had to do something over and over and over, just like when I learned how to roll my tongue on my trip to Florida. This is in your journal. Don't forget to put the date on the top and make sure you follow the directions. Tell me what you wish you could do. Tell me why you wish you could do that. Why do you want to do it? I wanted to be like my older brother and sister who could do it. And then tell me what you could do to learn how to do that. So there are 3 things that you have to tell me. You cannot do this in one sentence. And then draw me a picture. Make sure you use best quality first grade writing. I can't wait to see what it is that you wish you could do and to find out what you're going to do to try to learn that. This is our last lesson of the day. Enjoy the rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.